Okay, hi everyone. My name is Levkovich, and I'm co-founder and VP Business Development at Zuznow, and I'm very excited. Zuznow provide a hybrid platform for mobile adaptation for massive and complex websites, whereas we bring high automation level together with a customization engine, providing the best user experience cross-device with only one code. It's not working. Okay. Well, you guys probably think, wow, that's a crowded area. But if we do take a look at the solutions that complex and massive websites are facing today when they want to go mobile, we'll find out that they have many solutions that convert their content, but forcing them to recreate user experience for every targeted device. Now, you can imagine how frustrating that is, and this is why Zuznow came with a solution that we provide for complex websites, including brands, e-commerce, enterprise, as well as publishers, where we automatically adapt user experience, saving more than 90% of maintenance and setup costs, efforts, and time. So how do we do it? If we take a look at how websites are built today, we have three major components. The first one is content that we use HTML for. The second one is functionality. And the third one is visual, the display, the CSS that we use for. We developed a quite innovative visual approach that actually ignores the first two components, the content and the functionality, letting them work at the back end exactly like they do on desktop, whereby we focus on changes just on the CSS and styling. And it's all running naturally on the fly. By doing that, we're capable to automatically adapt the user experience to different devices, including smartphone, tablets, smart TVs. And you know, in the post area PC, we're going to have some code there, and we will be able to display your website on every device, including the PCs. The process is quite seamless. We take a normal desktop site, no matter how it was built, and we run it on our automatic design engine. That part saves you more than 90% of time, efforts, and costs. After that, you just take the automated result, and you can use our customization engine, which is a full-featured dashboard, to leverage the automatic result for your needs, bringing you at the end a full-functioning HTML mobile site. This technology enables us to provide our customer with the best ROI available today on the market. So it's not only that we provide you the automatic responsive design with the best UI and UX, but we take care of the look and feel of your website. We're not creating mobile templates. We're not creating textual websites that are boring to read. We actually adapt the user experience to every device, making it interesting to surf your website and get the information on it. So we're an in-the-cloud SaaS company, and our role model could be Salesforce, would say. We're based on a license monthly fee that is based on your mobile traffic. So the more mobile traffic you have, the more money we earn. And the professional services are being provided by our partners that are integrator companies, and it can also be done by in-house staff. So a little bit about how we are today. At the end of 2012, we completed our first seed round, and that brought us to be the largest mobilization company in Israel. We have some 150 live customers, including publisher brands, e-commerce, and we just completed a successful pilot with Discount Bank, one of the largest banks in Israel, doing their marketing and transaction websites. We are running already 3 successful partnerships in Europe, where we have resellers integrating our system into local websites, and we just launched a cooperation.
1 more minute. Odaka.
And we just launched a cooperation with PayPal across Europe, whereby we're aiming at increasing merchants' conversion on mobile. We're doing it together with PayPal. Me being here is part of our initial penetration into the US market, and one of the latest websites that you can already see is the Israel Conference website. So that's it. If you want to get more information, I'd be happy to provide it, and especially if you guys are interested to learn more on what we can do in the US market. And just remember that it is time for mobile, and that means that it's time for Zuznow. Thank you.
Well, that was a great first starter, and the first time in the history of Israeli high-tech, Israeli presenter actually finished before the 5 minutes were over. So Do we have any questions from the panels before we get comments?
I actually have a question in regards to competition. There seems to be a few other solutions which are similar. What makes your solution special and different than the others?
Okay, so one of the reasons I finished earlier is because I speak too fast. But I mentioned that other solutions today convert content. And that means that they are building either templates where content is being injected into it using RSS or any other technology. And the problem with that is, and this is what our customers are facing, is that they have to adapt the user experience to any different device. We used to think in the past that, I mean, if we're using our mobile, then we're just looking, for the very essential information, like a phone number or where the restaurant is, but it's no longer the case. I mean, we're actually doing everything on mobile. We'll take the example of the bank. I mean, they have 16% mobile traffic without having a mobile site, doing transaction on the mobile. So this is what we're providing, and this is where we have been able to save the cost of more than 90% for our customers.
Excellent. And now let's get some feedback. So your last name is Levkovich, right?
We have no connection,
so we'll let Zohar, but we'll let Mr. Levkovich start.
So, no comment.
No comment. Jeff, a lot of people here want to hear what you have to say. Oh, you also are not mic'd?
Not mic.
On mic.
It looks well, just curious. So how many customers do you currently have?
We're 8, 2 co-founders, and
customers.
Oh, how many customers? We have some 150 customers, most in Israel and Europe, and we have very few in the U.S.
So what was your channel strategy for actually launching in the U.S. besides being here?
Okay, so right now we're looking for resellers, and we're hoping to establish our first branch here in the U.S. and first getting some reference customers that we can use, because I don't think anyone here cares about the customers that I have in Israel. So we want to get some reference customers here and then build a branch and spread the word.
So Chris, what would it take for Blumberg to be interested in a company like that?
Yeah, I guess one question, what's the largest site you power? And the question I ask is, the pricing seemed to go linearly with the growth of the site, and I'm not sure how that happens, or if you're tiering pricing within buckets.
Like I said, we have 2 ways of deployment. So the first one is in the cloud, so that's a SaaS, and that goes according to traffic. So we start with a $1 per CPM, which is very good for our customers, and they see the ROI immediately. And the second one, and that's the bank or insurance company that we're working with, example, and that's an on-premise, and that's the enterprise edition, and that starts from a larger amount of money.
Yeah, I think for us, and it was mentioned before, it is a hyper-competitive space, so digging under the hood and looking at the technology, I know you explained it, but really see it in action, how it compares to some of the other folks in the market, and then from there, judge the enterprise sales cycle would be key for us.
And Ido, you saw that, and you obviously work with a lot of different companies. Do you think LivePerson would ever be interested in partnering with something like that, offering another service? Do you think this is something your customer would want?
Well, I'll just say that we're integrating LivePerson mobile solution now in some of our websites. So.
Oh, so I think I know what he will say now.
So now you know.
The answer is no. First of all, it's great that you're integrating LivePerson into your mic.
Oh, yeah. BYOM.
Yeah. So you're doing the right thing, integrating LivePerson into your solution. And I think one of the interesting things to understand is how difficult is it to actually develop such a website? How much professional services is required?
And what's the 90% really mean?
No, I thought the right answer would be, the right answer I think would be you're integrating LivePerson and you're saying it's so cool. Of course we're going to adopt it.
First of all, we'd love to adopt it. Is that the right answer? And but really, I mean, it all depends on when it comes to mobile, and if you're looking at what is the 90%. So
well, in matter of time, 90% can be starting 3 days to 3 weeks. It depends on the customization requests also of the customer, but this is a part that we would like to take outside of our services. So this is why we're looking for partner and integrators, and they're doing it. So they're providing the professional services, whereby we provide the automation and this part of the engine. I can just say that for the bank, for example, something that they tried to do for 2.5 years, we were able to do in less than 3 months.
Okay, and so Ms. Levkovich, as you say, how do you translate Zuznow to English?
Move now.
Move now. So it's time for you to move now because the next company
Thank
is
you very
coming.
much.
And thank you.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Liron Sher, and I'm the CEO of Meetos. And I want to take you 5 minutes of your time to speak with you about time. Time, the one thing we doesn't have anymore, enough of it. Basically, as a businessman, you don't have time and you cannot buy time. But in your daily life, somebody is stealing your time. The one who's stealing your time is your friends, the friends you want to meet with them for meetings. For example, Susan is meeting Bill downtown for a coffee. She's there on time, but Bill is not there. She's calling me and say, Bill, where are you? So Bill answers her, I'm going to be there in 5 minutes. But in fact, Bill is stuck on traffic and going to be there only 50 minutes. So basically, Susan just wait 15 minutes of her time. And basically, she can do something else. Go to Walgreens, go to CVS, if she will only knew if Bill is late. So today, I'm going to introduce you a new product named Meetos. Meetos is a free mobile application, cross-platform, that enables you to better control your time. You can easily set up a meeting, get RSVP for the meeting, and basically know when to head out to the meeting according to traffic. Currently, regular calendar give you information about static information 15 minutes. Our product will tell you when you need to get out on time. And also, what distinguishes us from other calendar products is the real ETA visibility. Basically, when you're in the meeting, you'll be able to see when your friend is going to be there, and if your friend is going to be late or your partner is going to be late, you will know it from first place and might go out later or just go to do something else instead of just waiting at a coffee shop. And privacy is our concern, so we'll never share your exact location. We only share your ETA, and only ETA with the one that's going to meet. So nobody else except your company that you're going to meet with going to know where you are. You're going to know only when you're going to be there. Let's speak about the market. Every 20 minutes, 1 million events are sending in Facebook. So it's 108 million per day. And we know that 600 million users of Facebook are more active, twice as active in mobile than in computer. So our marketing strategy is use Facebook as our growth agent to penetrate the market. Later on, we're going to expand to phone contacts and basically enable you to not only use Facebook as to connect with others. Our revenue stream is based on 3 different business models that basically support us, and we have about 4 levels of growth for our company. The team. The team is composed of 3 co-founders, myself, Liron Sher. I used to work for a company named Nice Systems, maybe you know her, and also work for Click Software, and I have 2 couple of guys working with me, and we also work together for Nice Systems. We're working about it for about 4 months right now, and for conclusion, we are solving the everyday problem that every one of you encountered every day, because almost every day, each one of you will be sitting in the coffee shop waiting for his friend. Almost. We are now in beta in Israel for Android and iPhone, only in Israel. We try to leverage Israel as a platform. We're seeking for seed investment for our company, to grow our company, to increase our hardware and software, develop, and provide more levels. My name is Liron Sher. Thank you very much for your time. I know your time is very precious. And if you want to give me term sheets, come see me in the back.
Wow, twice. First round of applause for Meetos. And I have to say, 2 Israeli startups finishing ahead of time. It's like Christmas in July. I don't know. I say it. So first, I don't know. What was the name of the guy from the story?
Susan or Steve?
No, Steve. The guy, yeah, Steve.
Steve.
I don't know. From the picture, I don't understand why he kept Susan waiting, but he will pay for that. Any questions before we get to the comments?
So I got a question, especially if you're targeting, investors like the ones over here. Most of these investors are looking for sort of relatively big stories, something that could get big or has the potential to get big. So what's your roadmap for other features or other ideas that could be bundled into this, that this could grow into, to make it something big?
I have a great answer for you, but I won't want to publish it here now. So if you come see me in the back, I will give you...
No, you have to disclose it.
I have a great answer, but if you come see me in the back, I'll give you the full story.
So along the same lines, Liron, you said that you have 3 different revenue models, but you haven't even mentioned one. I think maybe
one of the revenue model is, for example, right now the problem for Facebook, they cannot penetrate the local businesses. They have a big brand like Nestle or Coca-Cola, but don't have local businesses which are probably can grow Facebook. We can target local businesses and provide them footprint with our product. So basically, it's a location-based advertising for small businesses that can basically leverage later to Facebook. So basically, one of our strategies is to sell for Facebook.
Chetan, we didn't hear you for a while. Any questions or comments to this presentation?
Well, it seems like there's more to the story than in this presentation, so I'd be curious to learn more, and especially the thoughts around the business models and what additional things you can add. Does this become a platform, like the previous question, which is how does this become big? So looking forward to those answers.
Thank you.
Yeah, and just as per, sorry, Tiny, yeah.
I was just going to ask, I don't know, looking at it, people politely lie to each other every day, all the time. The last thing someone ever wants to admit to is they're going to be late to a meeting or late to a date. So I appreciate the bluntness of trying to manage people's times, but I think it's better not to be outed on lying than be honest, than at least a white lie is okay. So I don't necessarily understand the market you're trying to achieve, because if I'm really late to an important meeting, I'm calling the person saying I'm late. The last thing I want to do is for them to find out that I'm late and then I lied to them.
As I mentioned on my first slide, we try to change the way people meet, because phone changed the way we meet each other, because now we can call you guys and say I'm late. Before we cannot do it. So we're going to take it one step further, leverage the smartphones, and basically you cannot lie more because people know you are late, but at least you give...
That's interesting.
You give your friends their time back.
No more lies.
Let's make a test case out of it. Who in the audience would report that he's late to a meeting? Who would want to be informed about something like that, even though it's not polite? I think that answers also all the VC questions about business models, etc. Because if everybody will use it, he'll figure out one out of the 3 business models that will work for him. Any last questions or comments as well?
Yeah, 2 questions. One is very stupid. In one slide, you're saying that you are technology lead, and on the final, that you are the CEO. So what are you?
I'm both the CEO and the CTO.
Okay, good luck.
And, I'm looking for CEO, so right now I'm the CEO.
Okay, and second one, why can't Waze or Google Maps or anyone like this duplicate it in 5 minutes?
Waze is more focused about the GPS and the commute. They're not focusing on meetings right now. This is not their focus.
They could.
Basically, they could. Right now, they're not focusing it.
Yeah, they have that feature right now.
Their feature, I think this feature hurt my privacy, because once I put on Facebook, on Waze, all my friends know where I am. So,
excellent. I think, but we need to wrap up, and I think the audience already gave their answer about who would like to use it to announce late or be informed about somebody else being late. So I think we got some encouraging results from the audience. That's better than encouraging results from the investment panel, I can tell you that much. Thank you very much to Meetos.
Thank you very much.
Okay. Next.
So, hi everyone, my name is Tomer. I'm the Director of Technology at Walkme. I'm going to tell you what Walkme is all about. So today we do everything online. Everything. We purchase, we pay our bills, we manage our business, we even meet girls online, right? So the thing is that online means self-service. Okay, and Walkme enables self-service. But sometimes self-service is not that easy. Okay, and even if it's always easy for you, if you're like masters in the web and you know everything inside websites, sometimes your mother calls you and she doesn't know how to do stuff, and then you try to explain to her what to do. So what Walkme does is solve this problem. Okay, so right now your solutions for this problem is maybe go read documentations, watch a video tutorial, call someone, Google it. Okay, but all of those solutions, they take you out of the website, and then you learn how to do things, and then you need to implement what you just learned inside the website. So I'm just going to show you what Walkme does, because it's the best way to explain it. I'm sure you're all familiar with Salesforce. Okay? Let's say I'm a new sales guy, and my manager asked me to create a new price book on Salesforce. Okay, Salesforce, for people who don't familiar with it, it's like the largest CRM out there. It's a very function-heavy website, very complex. And I don't know how to create a price book on Salesforce. So as I said before, I can Google it, I can ask someone, but now there's a simpler way to do it. And this is Walkme. Okay, so you see on the side, the Show Me How widget. I'm just going to click on it. And I'm going to look for what I want to do. So it's create a new price book. I'm clicking on it, and immediately a tip balloon pops up on the screen telling me exactly what I need to do while I'm actually doing it. Okay, so it shows me, okay, now I need to click on products. I'm going to click on products. Now I'm going to wait for the next step to tell me what to do. So you saw the screen scroll down, and now I need to click on Manage Price Books. And so on and on. And you see how simple it is, how very comfortable, how the engagement of the user and the experience is way better than go look for support or go ask somebody. And the thing is, we created Walkme, we created a tool for website owners. Okay, so we're not the one creating those walkthroughs. You know your website the best way. You know most of the FAQs. You know what the problem with it. You create the walkthroughs using our tool. Okay, so our tool is this thing on the left here. And I'm just going to show you how simple it is to create a walkthrough. All right, so let's say I want to create a new lead. All I got to do is open the Walkme editor, click on Create New Step, and now I can select every element on the screen. Okay, so I wanted to create a new lead. Let's say I want to create a new product, as I don't see the leads tab over here now. I click on products, the tip balloon pops up, I right-click here. Okay, I'm going to choose the trigger that will trigger the next tip balloon, which is click, and I save it. And I can play it to see how it looks like over here. Okay, and then I'm going through the process, recording every step of the way of that walkthrough. And when I'm finished creating the walkthrough, I can publish it on my website. This is the tool is very complex. You can have conditions, you can segmentize your users, you can do tons of stuff with it. I just show you like the most basic way to create a walkthrough. And I'm going to tell you, I have 1 minute left, so I'm going to tell you a bit about Walkme. We went live like a year and a half ago, less. When I joined into Walkme, it was like more than half a year ago. And it's growing up rapidly. A year ago, we were 7 people. Today, we are 55 people in Israel. We have an office in San Francisco also. We have some really major customers like Adobe, Autodesk, Zillow, LivePerson. And the company is growing really fast, and it's a huge success story until now. And I hope it will continue to be that way. And that's it. We have a booth over there if someone wants to see it. That's it.
I'm speechless. He also finished a little bit ahead of time. This is the Israel conference or the German conference? I don't know. It's the
excellent preparation of the Israel conference of the speakers.
Yeah, I'm really... So you said you have 50-something employees?
Yeah, in Israel.
In Israel. So how did you fund the company so far?
So far, we have a couple of VCs that fund us. Gemini, Mangrove.
Excellent. So let me first ask Eran. Eran, would Gemini invest in a company like that?
Just to mention a third VC, Giza is also involved. But
Yeah.
sorry, what was the question?
Would Gemini ever invest in a startup like this? And then I will ask a live person if they will ever implement something like this. It's only a question for people who...
Good questions.
People pay attention. No, so seriously, Eran, you know the company, obviously, so maybe you can give us a little bit words from the investor/board member perspective about what made you invest in a company like this, and very briefly, of course.
So I think in the Walkme case, the most compelling reason was the great momentum they had. They launched the product actually in, I think it was April of last year, after, I think, raising their first round, closing in March. I met them in July, August timeframe. They already had 50 or 60 customers paying and a bunch more that were not paying. And I thought the momentum shows that the market really needs a solution like this. There was no competition to be seen anywhere. The guys are brilliant, and I personally fell in love with them from the first moment that I met them. And we worked together a deal that worked for everyone.
Excellent. And you're the Gemini partner on board this company?
Unfortunately for them.
Yeah. Excellent. And since we have another integration partner, live person, Ido, maybe you can tell us what kind of value it can bring to your customers. Just for the people who don't know and didn't hear the presentations before, live person is giving the live support on websites. So obviously we can see the synergy, but maybe Ido can tell us a little bit how you integrate with a startup like this. I think it will be interesting for the audience to hear.
Absolutely. So one of the things that we're looking for is how could we improve the way that our software engages with people online. And one of the things that Walkme provides us is increase in agent productivity. So this is something that is very important to the large enterprises that we're working with. And by integrating Walkme into our chat, we're actually enabling agents to provide their users with walkthroughs and then basically just help other visitors that are coming on the site. So it really improves the way that they provide the support and the sales support on their site. This is one way of doing it, and another way of doing it is we basically are using our platform to proactively suggest users to use walkthroughs. So instead of selecting the walkthroughs on their own, they basically can get a pop-up that is saying, you know, we see that you have a problem with a specific process. Why don't you just, use this walkthrough to solve that? And our customers love this, and this is really, I mean, this is an amazing team. So kudos on a great product and a great team.
Thank you.
How's it priced? A question from the audience. Good question.
So we build custom packages based on usage of your user using the walkthroughs. So it changes on the amount of traffic you have, the amount of walkthroughs you want to create.
Is it priced per walkthrough, or is it?
No, it's the amount of usage. So it's the number of walkthroughs and the numbers of assists. This is when a user clicks on the walkthrough. So we give you like an amount of assists you can use. And we build custom packages like that.
So like a minimum, you have a minimum package, or is it?
Yeah, you can buy like 50 walkthroughs and, I don't know, 50,000 assists. Okay, and if you go over it, then if you go over it by, I don't know, 40%, we'll give you a call telling you need to upgrade your package.
So it's kind of a package, like a cell phone package. You have up to a certain amount of activities, and okay, the rest, I think you can negotiate the rest of the deal afterwards because we're in a very short timetable, but we'll give you a good price. I'm a shareholder as well as of a minute ago. Yeah.
So, what's for sure that it's really expensive.
Any more questions, comments from our panels? So maybe last question from me. So you obviously, you guys are funded by a very good VC, a couple of very good VCs actually. What are you trying to accomplish here in the conference and in this presentation right now?
We're not looking for investment. We just want to spread the rumor, get like the people will know Walkme, what we're all about.
Yeah, excellent. I think you did a really good job achieving that goal. Thank you very, very much to Walkme.
Okay, let's try again. So this is the way your social mobile experience looks like today. They all look more or less the same. At the end of the day, it's the same concept. It's a list of messages. It's based on messages. That's not going to be the case in 2 years. In 2 years' time, your social experience on mobile won't be just posting to Facebook or playing text in WhatsApp. It's going to be something more. It's going to be something closer to this experience. This amazing experience we have when we get together in real life. This group dynamic that really makes any kind of activity more valuable. So how do you fit this great experience into mobile? So take another look at this picture. Before you have the communication, before you have anything else to get that group feeling, you have to have the group. So we took the group and we put it in the center. In a way that suddenly you have a group space on your mobile phone. You can see the group. You can feel the group. You can feel part of a group. And the most basic way to communicate on mobile today, and the most efficient one, is messages. So we implemented messages. But you cannot only interact with everyone. You can interact with individuals and subgroups just as easily. Because you have the group, suddenly emotions are conveyed between people and not within messages. And I can actually throw a tomato at my friend and do other stuff. But it's not just the gimmick of the emotions, it's that the fact that I can actually do something to someone else in the group. So that's where we started, actually. And then something interesting started to happen. Our users started to ask for more. And that's not a trivial thing. You don't ask for games from iMessage or WhatsApp. Our user wanted to play games and do more stuff with their groups. And we were wondering, why is that happening? They can download other apps and play games. Why are they asking for games in our system? And they really ask for a lot of things. So this is the way you have to play games today on social. I want to play the card game that I like with my friends. I have to download an app. I have this favorite card game. I really want to play with my friends on mobile. I have to download an app. I have to invite my friends and convince them to download the app. If I'm very successful and lucky, then I play a game with them. But I'm stuck playing that game only. After a month, I'm probably over it. So why not have a unified group space where you can really do anything you want? A basic layer of communication and emotion and any kind of activity on top of it. We developed a technology to enable this basic layer of communication and group dynamics and create anything you want on top of it. Things like group utilities, voting with your friends, scheduling with your friends, whatever you want. Share media, like IMDb with your friends, or play games. Any type of games, you have the group, just play it. If you think about it only in the segment of games, there isn't a solution today that you can be with a group of your friends and play more than one game. There isn't a solution out there.
1 more minute.
So that's basically it. We're creating, I can't believe I made it on time. We're creating the place of choice for groups on mobile. Thank you.
Again, that was, I'm tired of saying this, but I'm shocked. I can't get over it. That was the 4th Israeli...
I was confident I'm going to take more. It was going to take more time.
Yeah, I was sure it was going to take a little time, especially when you said it will take less. I was sure it was going to take more, but that was good. So any questions before we get to the comments?
Yeah, one quick question. Can you talk a little bit about distribution strategy, viral coefficient, and just how you're scaling your user base?
Yeah, so we have a couple of methods, like 2 main lanes we're going to. One is really being dependent and constantly improving our viral coefficient. Today, we have 5 invites per download. On the other hand, we found out that you can add so much content with this platform that collaboration and distribution through other brands and companies is also viable.
Yeah, and
how many users do you have right now?
Excuse me, Ran, let's just continue with Chris here. This would be something that would be relevant for Bloomberg?
Yeah, we're invested in a company called Moment.me, which you may have heard of out of Israel. I think this is in similar space in terms of mobile, around community, around discovery, around social.
Yeah. Sorry, Ran.
I just wanted to know how many users they have.
We're under the radar, haven't done marketing yet. We have over 50,000 and engaging. and growing really fast.
And did you guys raise money up till now?
Yeah, we raised seed round in Israel.
And what are you trying to accomplish right now?
We really understood that we have to be closer to the market, so we came here first for content, to bring collaboration, really add a lot of content to this platform, and second, another round.
Yeah. Gilad, would this be something you would go and take and make big in Asia?
I think in Asia it will be very strong, yes, definitely. I think we explored some of this in the past with Hoozin, but we already invested in a company called Envy in the US, which is doing something similar.
So that's actually when a good company like that, you can look at competition either as something which is very threatening, which of course it can be, but sometimes if you don't have any competitors on something social like that, it means maybe you're in the wrong kind of application. So when a firm like Horizon's doing something similar to that, unless they already invested in the very clear leader, then it means that you're probably in a good place to fight your battle. Chetan, with NEA, are you guys doing stuff like that, social? Would you invest in a social company coming out of Israel?
Certainly. I mean, I think we want to talk about sort of future ambitions and what you had in your roadmap with different activities integrating into your platform.
So Mr. Communications, Pulver, what do you think? What's your 2 cents?
I've spent the last 2 years working on Zula, which is not exactly competing, but I have an appreciation for what he's trying to do. I do think when it comes to customer building traction with customers and keeping them, you're going to find it difficult. And also differentiating yourself in the space. The messaging space is getting crowded, more crowded every day. And having the one thing that makes you different rather than the thing that makes you the same is what's going to distinguish your success. So I question the hang time, if you will. I find it interesting because, some people would say, well, can't Google do that with Google Hangouts? I mean, to the extent, visualize it, and then add, some API extensions to do gaming and stuff. But, what I couldn't figure out was the one thing, what was your MVP? What's the one thing you're trying to do? Because it looked like you had several things you're doing, and I wanted to know what was the one thing you think that you're doing the best?
So actually, we started off trying to make a new paradigm for chat. And we understood that the added abilities, the little games that we implemented and the animations work really well. So we're trying to concentrate on that.
And so that's where you're leading with today, or did you shift?
That's where we're going to.
That's okay. Later we'll go to this guy's house and we'll start playing the drums when he's trying to concentrate on something else. Anything else? Any other? Or we can just go outside and beat him up. That's also very Israeli.
We don't have to go, all of us. Just send someone.
No, just 2 or 3.
I'm going in a minute. Okay. I'll take care of it.
We'll show him, yeah.
So most of your users currently in Israel, or where are they? What's the geographic?
Actually, most of our users are from the US. I have no idea how. I haven't done nothing. So, yeah.
That means you've probably done something.
Something good, yeah.
Yeah. Any other questions from the panelists? No? So, thanks a lot. That was a great presentation. Who's in, ladies and gentlemen?
Okay, Laurence Abrams, Paperless Proposals, CEO. What I'm going to show you is our very powerful platform for creating, managing, and tracking proposals online. Frank, if you can go ahead and log in. He's actually on a login screen, so when you'll actually get an email notification to view a proposal using our software. It would be branded to your organization, so instead of seeing the Paperless Proposal logo you saw there, it would be your company's logo. And this is our viewer that we've actually created, so you can actually go page to page. If you move on to the next page within the proposal, what we've actually done is created what we call Proposals 3.0, if you will. So what we have on the screen here is effective, powerful, and insightful proposals. Print is dead. This is an article that was in the Wall Street Journal back in September of last year. Newsweek quits print after 79 years. Everything, as we know, is going digital. And Frank, if you can move on, thank you. A little history on proposal creation. Basically, Proposal 1.0 would be what you would call hard copies. You print it out, PDFs, hard copies that you perhaps print out, bind them in a binder, put in tabs, and give it to a client. They review it, you walk out after you've presented your proposal, you never know if they looked at it ever again. The next generation was using digital technology, sending PDFs. So I'm going to email a PDF to a client. But the problem with the PDF is it's flat. It goes page to page to page. There's no texture. You have no ability to add in any kind of multimedia or extend your brand from your website into your proposal process. So what we've actually come up with is Proposals 3.0, a cloud-based proposal system where users can actually log on, have all their data in a file repository, pick and choose all their different types of files that they want, whether it be PowerPoints, Word docs, any type of documents they want, if we can move on. You can actually integrate video into your proposals. So you can have a video being a part of the proposal. It could be video. So instead of having to go to have a link to a website to now go look at a video or a link to Vimeo or YouTube, everything is integrated. So we're going to go ahead and move on past that. And I'm going to have you move on to one more slide, to the quickly build proposals. So we build an online library for our clients, a file repository. We have templates. We can build templates out for rapid proposal creation, so you can have templates built out based upon the type of client that you're working with. We have merge documents, personalized proposals. We can have the company's name, your client's name, appear throughout a proposal using merge fields throughout the proposal. We have custom pricing tools, so we can build quotes and things like that on the fly, just logging in from the site. Move on. We can create an emotional connection with our client. So what we've done is combine the best of Proposal 1.0, 2.0, and the cloud to create this whole concept of Proposals 3.0. You're emailing one link, not files, to a client. So size is no longer an issue. Versus multiple links. We can print. If we want to print using our system, you can actually print a hard copy if you need to. We can download a PDF if we need to have a PDF, but more often than not, it's going to be used in a web-based environment, and it can actually be viewed on mobile devices. You could use it on an iPhone, an Android, iPad. It can be viewed from anywhere. We can include web pages. We can include multimedia and videos, and we even have an e-signature capability within there. And the client can actually comment back and forth with you on the proposal, the information, based upon any questions that they have. And here's the Israel conference. We can actually integrate websites into the proposal. It's an actual active website. You can click on links within there. I can actually even go on. If you look at the pavilion of companies, the next page down, I can actually have the client see an exact page that I want them to see within my proposal. So what I'm actually doing is I'm bringing my brand and extending it all the way through the whole proposal presentation process, using my multimedia, using my website, using all my different documents and things of that nature.
We need to start wrapping up.
Yep. Insightful. We have instant email notification to the sales rep, letting them know that the client is looking at the proposal. You can update the proposal live in real time. We have analytics, so we know which pages the client looked at, how much time they spent looking at those pages within the proposal. And basically, we have integration. Go ahead and just hit integration. We have integration with Salesforce.com. So we pick up where Salesforce.com leaves off. We are integrated with NetSuite. We're integrated with Google Documents. And lastly, our revenue model is a SaaS-based model. We actually just became profitable. We've actually had the product out in the market for about 2 years. We have some of the largest companies in the security industry, a company called Securitas, which is the largest security guard company in the world using our software in the US and Canada. We've got clients in various industries all the way throughout. And I'm done. I told you it was going to take me longer.
Paperless proposals.
So this looks a lot like ClearSlide. How do you stack up versus them, and where are you guys in customer base development cycle vis-a-vis them?
Great. It's a great question. So ClearSlide is much more of an online PowerPoint presenter. Okay, and this is not a PowerPoint. So what you're not seeing is the backside where the rep is actually putting the proposal together, having a whole library of all their files, and again, ClearSlide is really just a PowerPoint presenter, and that's really the fundamental difference.
So more comments from the panelists.
So what stage are you as far as the company? How long have you been around, and what was your funding so far?
Funding so far, I own a $30 million a year janitorial and security company based out of Southern California. about 1,000 employees. It's been self-funded by my organization. I built the software about 4 or 5 years ago for my business. It was actually out of need. And then we've spun it off and actually began selling the product about 2 years ago and have now hit profitability.
And,
we have about 400 users on the system.
And what are you trying to accomplish
We've
here
actually
in the
sent out
conference?
over $400 million worth of proposals using our system.
How many dollars were accepted out of the proposals?
I can't disclose.
And what are you trying to accomplish here in this panel, in this conference?
So really, we're at a point in our growth where we're contemplating a round of funding. We have a roadmap that is extremely extensive. I think that with some capital, we can bring the whole product to the next level. I mean, it's very, very powerful and strong as it is. It's completely usable and sellable. We would probably bring on a CMO, somebody who has perhaps background, even, we know people within some large CRM organizations that we'd consider bringing on to really just take the product out to the whole next level.
Ido, from the as an expert in enterprise software, so to speak, what's your take on what we just saw?
It looks very interesting. Very, very interesting. It'll be interesting to see how it integrates into the CRM systems and how you use some of the functionality that those CRM systems have to build the proposals. But it does look very, very interesting.
Yeah.
And, no disrespect, of course, but why are you looking for funding?
What is it?
Why are you looking for funding? I mean, don't you want to control your own company?
The reality is, how much can we do organically? I mean, I've already invested, my organization has invested pretty heavily to get the product to where it is to this point, and really to take it to the next level. We don't want to put in major money into Google AdWords campaigns, major money into a sales and marketing campaign, and then bring on a larger programming staff to really accomplish some of the really phenomenal ideas that we have to take the product to a whole nother level. So that would really be the main impetus at this point. We can continue to grow organically. I mean, I'm not desperate. We don't need funding, but if the right opportunity came along, it would make sense.
Yeah, actually, this is something I want to tell all the other FutureFest participants and entrepreneurs. When you go to raise money, you never need money. You're just willing to accept money if in a mysterious way it will be thrown at you.
How much money are you looking to raise?
We are estimating $2.5 to $3 million would be the around that we'd be looking for at this point.
Excellent. Any more questions, comments from the panels? Yeah, that was also, I think it was very straightforward, very un-Israeli in a sense that I think it was very clear what the company is doing and what the business model is. Thank you very much. Paperless proposals. Yeah, right now.
Hi, everyone. We are WonderVoice, and we are enabling the world's first hands-free voice interface that allows you to interact with social networks and applications. So my name is Gal, as I mentioned, and I'm a smartphone addict. Basically, I use my smartphone everywhere, anytime, everywhere. I said it out loud. Everybody knows that. My wife actually says that the iPhone is an extension of my hand. I use it literally everywhere. I must say that even if I ride my bicycle and even when I ride in my car, I usually have that itchy feeling in my hands to reach out to my phone and check out the latest updates on Facebook and Twitter. So, I have a feeling I'm not alone in this, and probably some of you share the same experience. But let's see some facts. Let's take Facebook as an example. 40% of the Facebook users in the US admit they're using Facebook while driving.
Not good.
So, not good, terribly not good. And it's, people are addicted to the content and use it everywhere.
The rest are using Twitter?
They will not serve it, yeah. Even Oprah Winfrey suggested that this is the type of, we call it a national epidemic, right? And even started a campaign about not texting and driving. And yet, statistics are not going down. People are addicted. So obviously, we all feel the need to stay connected to our friends and so on. But how about, why wouldn't we make it some kind of service that will enable that type of content accessible for everyone? And if we're thinking about it, if we're jogging, if we're walking in the gym, if we're driving, commuting, etc., voice interaction makes perfect sense, right? Then came Siri and some other solutions out there, which basically does some specific tasks, but doesn't allow two-way interaction with social networks and third-party applications which are not Apple's, right? So we created WonderVoice. Our vision is to enable continuous vocal interaction with your social networks and applications while using your smartphone and, in the future, wearable electronics. In order to enable that, we have created an enabling technology which is patent pending. Voice engines are limited in their capability to understand complex content, right? Which is very much the case in social networks. It means that it cannot understand smileys, acronym links, slang, venue names, etc. Our artificial intelligence engine basically adapts to the language model in specific domains, and by doing that, it gets smarter and smarter every day. By leveraging the cloud technology and client technology, we are making the most personalized and social voice interface out there. In order to enable that, our first product is basically what we're calling WonderVoice for Facebook. Here I'll show you how it works. So let's assume that you're basically, it's morning and you're in your car driving to work. WonderVoice is your companion, okay? It always listens to you. So if you wish to interact with it, all you have to say is, hey, WonderVoice.
Yes, ma'am.
So from this point on, you can see that the Facebook content is accessible for you. You can listen to your newsfeed, you can access messages, you can listen to music coming from YouTube and Spotify, send messages to your friend, or simply read my newsfeed.
Loading your newsfeed. News from Mashable with web link. Check out this week's apps you don't want to miss. Check out some of our favorite Android and iPhone apps for the week, including Flipboard, Running with Friends, and Marvel Unlimited. Your command?
So here you can see that we can interact with the content, like it, upload comments, listen to comments, etc. But if we are on the go, we usually love to say, to stay in touch.
New chat request from Mark Zuckerberg.
Well, I'm kind of busy right now, so I won't take that. But eventually you understand that you can have access to all the content totally hands-free. So how are we doing? Basically, we are live in the App Store. Recently we got to the top 10 applications in the US App Store without any PR or any media coverage. Totally fast and totally unique. Our users love the application. Today, WonderVoice is working with Facebook and Spotify. But we envision a place that we can enable access to Twitter, WhatsApp, Gmail, and so on and so forth. Eventually, we also are about to announce two major collaborations with content vendors, in which we will be able to enable our users to access real-time parking information, navigate that parking information, and automatically...
Your time is up. We really need just some closing words, and maybe you can get some more...
just accessing basically getting to the application without lifting your finger. That's it. Since you actually laughed with my jokes, so application is ready and available for download for free during the conference, so go ahead.
Excellent.
Thank you very much.
Okay, so first, I have to say I met this guy first time 8 months ago, something like that. Yeah, and you've gone a very long way. You've done a really good job ever since. Jeff, you're known as social, Mr. Social, Mr. Twitter. So maybe you can give us a first reaction.
I mean, it looks nice. I think one of the challenges you have, of course, is Facebook is always changing its interface. Actually changing your interface to actually stay on top of that is probably a challenge. But and I dare not ask what a business model is, but what is your goals with this? And what are you trying to do? Are you actually trying to stop people from, because now we have to be talking and driving, which I guess is maybe better than texting and driving, but we get frustrated because if we're not understood by your app, then we lose concentration on the road anyway. So, I mean, what is the true, underlying, what are you really trying to do?
Yeah. So I believe that the actual friction with voice engines were exactly what you mentioned. Our technology aims to solve exactly that, not to get you frustrated while you're listening to the content. But that's what we aim for. Eventually, we hope to be the hub for all your, what we are calling immediate communication.
So, I mean, using your own voice engine, you're actually integrating some of the other very well-known ones.
No, we're taking very known ones, and what we have built basically an artificial intelligence engine on top of it. Where basically we are compensating for the lack of capabilities of the voice engines using AI.
But how do you stay on top of all the latest builds of, the next time, Facebook decides to put out an update, they're not going to tell you first.
Well, first of all, Facebook in general, besides the bugs that are available in the system, basically we are collaborating with them and we are aware of new features and changes in their API. They're giving a heads up a few months up front. We were able to manage that till now pretty okay.
But can I ask what your business model is? Do you have one?
As we aim to be hub.
Since when, Jeff? Is this just Jeff Pulver?
Never.
Since when are you interested in business models?
I just want to understand I just want to see.
Any of the VC guys looking for a new?
Jeff is a new man.
No, I know, but I liked it so far. I'm not sure I like this. What's your business model, kind of, Jeff?
I'm just curious.
Well, eventually we aim to enable a free version for Facebook users, and then to give a premium access for other content like parking information, Twitter, WhatsApp, etc., etc.
Okay, two questions. I'm sorry we don't have a lot of time for all the panelists, so. But maybe, Gilad, you wanted to comment something?
Yeah, one question about integration. What are the barriers for integration with other applications other than Facebook?
Yeah, so eventually we believe that most platforms, like Twitter, for example, is very open to that. Others, we will obviously have to manage and interact with them to get more access. For example, Gmail is available, and we don't worry about access to that. WhatsApp, it's maybe a question. In addition, I believe that what we saw from the industry that is enabling touch apps, that they have they're motivated to enhance and include additional use cases for their content. So if we are building voice interface that will allow them more engagement with their content and their apps, they're willing to help us integrating their solution.
Mm-hmm.
So we see a lot of motivation from their side. So we believe it's a good combination and motivation it's a win-win-win situation for everyone.
And how many users do you have up to now, if you can share?
I can share in a meeting.
I can share, but I'm not going to.
No, I will share.
No,
personally.
Yeah, no, I'm joking. And last question, what are you trying to accomplish here? Are you here at the conference to get visible for fundraising,
Yeah, so thank you very much for that question. I owe you one. Basically, till now we were bootstrapping. We are seeking seed funding in order to scale and to enhance and in order to make this solution something that will actually, first of all, save lives, I believe, in the end of the day, but also will be a tool that people will be able to use on a daily basis and to bring better quality of life for people on the go.
On that note, WonderVoice, thank you very much. And
hi everyone, my name is Amigal. I'm the co-founder and CEO of SQream Technologies, and we're doing the fastest analytics database ever. So when we mean no hassle, that means that you don't need to do anything except put the data in the database and run the queries. That enables us to analyze up to 100 terabytes on a single standard server. That's amazing. Let me show you what it means in real life. A server that costs about $7 million has the same performance of a SQream software on top of a standard Dell R720 that costs $15K. That's a huge price-performance ratio, and later on I'll show you how we do it. So everybody knows that the big data is a huge market with a large opportunity. I think you already discussed today that it only means something when you get insights from the data. So Gartner is a bit optimistic about this market. But anyway, it's a multi-billion dollars market. And the CIOs, Gartner and Wikibon, are actually saying that between half to 70% of this market is about services. It's about people who model the data, prepare the data, change indexes, look at what you need to actually ask and prepare it, or write Java code for Hadoop. And we actually compete with all the big ones. We compete with IBM, with Oracle, with HP. EMC acquired Greenplum, spun off to Pivotal lately, Teradata, and hordes of new Hadoop SQL startups. It all costs a lot of money, consumes a lot of energy, very cumbersome, and you need very talented people to run it. Our special sauce is called GPU, the little green thing on the right side. One GPU have thousands of cores. One CPU have 8 cores. Think about the scalability. You can get 10,000 cores with 10 GPU cards, standards coming from NVIDIA. You can get such a scalability and parallel computing power from CPUs. We do 50 to 70 faceted data compression and decompression.
You have 1 more minute.
And we cut between 20% to 50% of the services required to run big data projects. We just did a benchmark against Oracle Exadata, one of the leaders, and we beat it X 140 times, the leader in the market of big data analytics. So we are 2.5 years old. We're mostly self-funded and angel-funded with $2 million. 16 geeks are sitting around me in Ramat Gan, Israel. And they are of the best engineers in Israel trying to solve very difficult problems. Rocket science is a child game comparing to what we do here. I came over to look for partners and customers in the States. And of course, we're raising more funds for growth in America. Thanks very much.
Thank you very much, SQream. I have to say, who did the presentation? Who wrote it? Who built the PowerPoint and the movie?
The PowerPoint was done by another great startup from Israel, Powtoon, during the flight over here.
You built it during the flight.
Yeah.
I have to say, that's the first time I hear a presentation about databases without falling asleep in the middle, and I actually think I understood like most of it, which is I'm very proud of myself. You should be proud of your presentation skills as well.
Thanks.
No, I think, no, seriously, it's not simple to take something very professional and narrow and turn it into something that is more accessible to people who are not interested. So I think since this is our last round, maybe we'll just go one by one, have a comment or a question or any wrapping notes. Gilad?
Well, I think the money says it all over there.
Yeah.
Like comparison.
I think SQream is a very interesting company. We've looked at it. I think they've made a lot of progress. I'd like to actually continue the process when you get back to Israel.
Very good.
Yes, thank you.
Did you hear that? Yeah. Ido, maybe a little bit again. You're Mr. Enterprise Software for today. So.
Yeah, I think it's very interesting, and it's both the money and also the POCs and the success of the POCs and some of the data that you've shown. It's very impressive.
Mr. What's your business model?
I don't know, but this looks like it's certainly one of Israel's next billion-dollar companies, called Kavod.
Yes, thanks.
This is Jeff I know.
Well, my fetish is the hardcore technology, and if your benchmark numbers are right, I don't believe it is 400 times better than your competitors, but even if it is 50 times better, it is amazing.
Yeah, likewise. If you can do what you say, this is a huge outcome. There's a ton of dollars pouring into Hadoop infrastructure and many other different infrastructures to achieve exactly what you're talking about. And if you're blowing that out of the water, it's going to be successful.
Thanks.